Alright, hi and welcome to another Pro Show Producer tutorial. And as I promised in my last video, this time I would like to show you a basic feature in Pro Show Producer where you can organize your workspace. If you are using the default view of your interface, this is basically what you have. So you have here the folders list at the top, and then you have your thumbnail list, the preview button at the right, and your slide list at the bottom. Now sometimes, especially if you are using a wide screen like the one that I'm using right now, this folder list and this thumbnail list just seems to occupy too much space. So what I normally like to do is I'd like to reorganize my windows a little bit so that I would have more things available within this interface. The main problem I have here is basically my folders list. If you see here, I just have a very thin or a narrow view of my folders list. One thing I could do to get more or to see more is I could just position my cursor in between the folders list and the thumbnail and drag it along so that I could lengthen it or shorten it. But what I could also do is I could reorganize it a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll put my cursor on the menu that says folders list, and I'll hold my left mouse button and drag it. So you will see there the outline of my folders list, and I'll drag it so that it's just at the left side of the preview window, and I'll drop it there. So do you see what happens now? So the folders lists get transferred right in the middle between the thumbnails view and the preview window. So I could just position my cursor in between the thumbnail and the folders list, drag it to the left to decrease it, and that gives me a better view of my folders list. All right. Now there's another option that I normally use is that I click on Window and show the favorites button. So if I click the favorites button, and it displays it there just above my folders list. So the folders list at the bottom and the favorites list at the top gives me a good view of my folders, allows me to navigate the resources that I have on my hard drive. So I use the folders list to browse through the folders that I have, and once I have a folder that I want to view, let's say for example this arrival button or this arrival folder, and I want to access it often, what I normally do is just right click it and click on add to favorites, and automatically if I scroll down to the bottom of my favorites lists, I have there the arrival folder. So anytime I want to use it, I just click on the arrival and it brings me to that, and this is the list that I have. It's a good way to organize your workspace so that you'd have a lot of things, you'd increase your productivity. And the final thing that I often do is that I just drag position my cursor in between the folders list and the preview window, and drag the button or drag the window just to the left to increase my preview window size. So that's the way you could organize it. And once you're done with it and you're happy with the layout, click on the window and save window layout, and just save it to any layout that you want. Say my layout, click on save, and that saves it, the layout that you want. Now anytime you want to go back to the default, just click on window and click on the default window layout. It brings you back to the default Pro Show layout. And if I want to use my own personal layout, I click on the load window, select the one that I just made, my layout, click on apply, and it brings me back to my own or my favorite layout for Pro Show. So that's basically it. So what you can do is just at the end of this video, you could practice around, just reorganize your workspace in Pro Show, and see you on my next tutorial.